Alright, ladies and gentlemen, by the end of this video, you guys are going to be able to learn how to use Fibonacci retracement in your trading. This is going to be a complete, somewhat masterclass video for you to have a very strong understanding on how you can use Fibonacci retracement added in your trading edge that allows you to have a much higher and probable win rates. So before we begin, all you have to do is go to TradingView. You want to be selecting this button, Gannon Fibonacci Tools, and you want to select Fibonacci retracement. Now, the moment that you use it for the first time, it might look a little bit different. So I want you guys to copy the settings I have. 1, you want to use 0, 0.382, 1, negative 272, negative 0.618, 0.618, and 0.5, and background, prices, percentage, and text, all that. Now, you will be presented with something that looks like this. So look into this one, how do we actually use them when it comes to trading? Well, I want you guys to understand that in order for you to use your Fibonacci retracement, you must be able to know where your low and high is with the price. So you would pretty much have a structure low like this, for example, and you have a candle high like this. What you want to be doing is you want to be marking the low of the candle and the high of the candle. The moment that you mark that, you'll be able to see a 3-number range, which you can pretty much look at as a pullback. Now, these 3 levels are what I like to pretty much call the golden zones, okay? These 3 levels are going to be the golden zones, meaning when you have your lows and your highs, this is going to be the perfect time for you to be waiting for a pullback to these levels, right? Something like this. And you want to be looking for lower time frame confirmations around this specific levels to play to the upside. Now, when you have a candlestick closure, for example, in a 1-hour closure like this, I would like to say that that might be a little bit risky and there might be a chance where this entire thing can fail. Remember, this 38.20% is a really good pullback level if the market is in a very strong uptrend. So you have to understand, right? There are times where the market creates a very shallow pullbacks like this and then goes up and creates a very, very deep pullback like this, pushes up. So as a trader, this is when you have to understand what market conditions we're currently in. This is something that cannot really be taught because this is where you have to be putting in chart time. Now, speaking about chart time, I actually do have a free weekly webinar going to be happening next week. So if you want to be pulling that up, well, make sure you guys join the free Discord. Link's going to be in the bio down below. So look into this one right here. This is going to be the deep retracement or deep pullback. Every deep pullback, majority of the time, it will go to the 50% or all the way down to the 61.80%. Now, for the shallow pullback, this is going to be when the trend is very strong. It doesn't even go down to the 50%. It doesn't even go down to 61.80%. It simply goes down to the 38.20% Fibonacci retracement levels. Now, the moment that you mark this, you want to be waiting for market to pull back into these levels, and that's when you can start looking for lower time frame confirmation. Now, once you have the 3 numbers, what are these numbers here? These are what I like to call as extension market targets. Now, when you take an entry here, these are going to be your first take profit, your next take profit, and your final take profit. These levels are statistically mathematical type of number because they are pretty much standard deviation extension levels of the golden zones. Now, once you have that in play, this allows you to have a confidence that there's a statistical edge or mathematical equation that's going on before your execution. Meaning, when you take your entry, you're going to be much more confident. Let's take a look in the charts. Okay, looking at the charts right now, how do we pretty much play this out? Well, I want to be giving you guys an example. You want to be plotting your Fibonacci retracement right here to the left, grab to the low and grab to the high of the range. And you have to understand that once you see something like this kind of allows us to have like an idea where, hey, what type of market condition that we're currently in? You can clearly see that the trend is very strong. So when the market taps at 38.20, this can be the level for me to start looking for a very simple execution. Now, what I can pretty much do is, let's say hypothetically, we can have a long position, maybe stops below this level, and we're going to be targeting the extension levels. We're going to press buy right here, okay? Our stops below and our take profit pretty much above, okay? Now, when the market hits 0.0, this is going to be the time when you want to be break-evening, okay? Let's trade right here, running. Okay, let's see. Okay, we have a pump. Now, the moment that the market hits 0.0%, you want to move your stops to break even like this. Okay. And now you can see that when the market hit our extension level of negative 27.20%, look at the rejection that we're having. I'm not even joking, guys. Look at the rejection that we're currently having. That means that there's a lot of traders that are taking their exits here. So with that in the way, you can pretty much take your profit out over here, or you can pretty much hold all the way up to negative 61.80%. Now let's try to run it up again. And bam, perfect. Take profit hit, right? You can see we have a perfect pullback, perfect stop loss, perfect, beautiful take profit. And look at what happened right now. The moment we hit take profit to the tick, look at that. Exactly at negative 61.80%, the market reversed down. Now, this is when you can be patient again. And this is pretty much a beautiful model, because if you're trading like a, what I call this, if you're trading, because if you're a swing trader somewhat, Fibonacci retracements are phenomenal. So let's kind of play this out a bit. It's accumulating. Now we have a big drop to the downside. Now, once we have a big drop, you have your simple highs, you have your simple lows. You're gonna grab your Fibonacci retracement again from the highs all the way to the lows again, and you can see that the golden zones are gonna be the level where you want to look for entries. So I want to see some type of rejection in this level, right? We have our first rejection and first red candle. The moment you saw that, you can take your sell, put stop loss a little bit slightly above just to make sure that we don't get wicked out. First take profit, next take profit, and final TP. So with this in a way, you can have your final TP here at 61.80, or you can have it over here at 27.80. This trade right here was a 2.88 RR. This would have been a beautiful 6.4 RR trade. So we can have a sell, stop loss above, and we're gonna have a take profit right here. So let's run it up. Okay, we can see we're running. We hit our first TP. You want to break even? You can see what's happening. The moment we hit our first TP, I'm not even making this thing up. You can see there's buyers already kicking in. All right, now let's take a look. Second TP. Oh, it's rushing down to our take profit. This is what I like to do. When we smash our next CP, I want to move my stops all the way here to the next CP. And I want to hold it and market reverse. But still, we're able to capitalize over 4.56 RR in a span of what? 2 days. All because of just trading Fibonacci retracement and being patient, right? And now, I believe the market was ranging. And look at this again. Between this high and this low, look at this. It pulled back exactly to the 50%. You may be able to have a long position here, stop loss right here, take profit right here if you want to, if you have a lower time frame confirmation model. But let's take a look at what happened. Yeah, you can see it kind of running already right here, and this would most likely be break even for me. But you can take a look what's currently happening in the current market price. This is the live market right now. You can see that we have the low, we have the high, the market pulled back perfectly, and now it pulled back exactly to the golden zone. The next target is here, and my next extension levels are going to be this levels that I mark. Now for this one right here, I'm going to be live today in my free weekly webinar. If you don't want to be missing that out, remember guys, it's a free Discord. You should join it up because we're going to be doing live trading in NY session in pretty much 30 minutes from now. So this is everything I'm going to be breaking down about Fibonacci retracement, and I hope that you guys are going to be profitable with this specific basic trading tool. And I'll see you guys next time. JCAC Trades out.